Hi, good day. My name is Marlo Novino. I'm a PhD business student of De La Salle University, and my home university is Mindanao State University-Iligan Institute of Technology in the Philippines. And today, I'll be sharing with you my research entitled The Resource-Based View of Student Social Startups and the Moderating Effect of Culture and Social Impact. Introduction. Social entrepreneurs are expected to be guided by an ethical commitment and duty to help other people. Shaped by their ethical, moral values, and social vision, they are compelled to start their social enterprises and become agents of change. They are challenged to bring fundamental social change and transformation. Unfortunately, most social enterprises lack valuable resources because their social mission prevents them to give up attractive financial gains to reach wider beneficiaries. Consequently, many of these social enterprises fail to address broad socioeconomic problems and their level of social impact is low. Early literature appeals to focus on the internal aspect of the enterprise to understand their capabilities, leading to social impact. However, few studies use resource-based view to investigate social enterprises' scale of impact. Now, using the RBV lens, social enterprises' scale of impact is dependent on their ability to build, combine, and apply valuable resources in enabling know-how. Hence, RBV offers a framework to amplify their ability to serve their market effectively through these identified resources and capabilities. And as suggested by Back and Edelson in 2016, rather than focusing on the financial performance and gaining competitive advantage, it is better to make the radical RBV approach by Bell and Dick in 2011 and focus on the enterprise's ability to attain social impact through cooperation. The goal of radical RBV is to rescind the materialist individualist underlying assumptions in the moral point of view and retain the basics of creating and sustaining advantage. Back and Edelston also proposed that stewardship culture improves social enterprises' capabilities to scale social impact. Stewardship culture befits an important resource to entrepreneurial firms. Given that, this paper aims to investigate the link between resources and capabilities of student social startups using radical RBV towards social impact. Specifically, this paper would like to test if stakeholder engagement, government support, and earned income generation influence social impact. Now, to contribute to the literature, this paper will also test if leadership as an essential resource of a student social startup predicts social impact. Furthermore, the study investigates the moderating effect of entrepreneurship-centered stewardship culture between these resources and capabilities and social impact. Unlike majority of most RBV social entrepreneurship-related studies that cover wider scope, this study will focus on the student social startups of a single university. Since the study is employing cross-sectional and descriptive design using quantitative method, results may be valid for this particular time only and may change over time. The analysis of the identified capabilities and the social impact is limited to a quantitative perspective only. Methodology. This paper made use of student social startups as a study population, particularly the Entrep 197 Practicum course, which is the terminal output of the BSBA Entrepreneurial Marketing graduates of the Department of Marketing, College of Business Administration and Accountancy of the Mindanao State University-Iligan Institute of Technology. Starting academic year 2014-2015, student startups of the Entrep 197 Practicum course were adopting social entrepreneurship. And since then, a total of 238 students have undergone the Entrep 197 Practicum course. And using the stratified sampling technique, students were emailed and invited to participate in an online survey, resulting to a 53% response rate. All constructs were measured using 5-point Likert type, empirically validated scales adopted from the literature. The stakeholder engagement, government support, earned income generation, and as well as scale of social impact variables were adopted from the works of Bloom and Smith in 2010. The leadership variable was adopted from the work of Prahogo and Ahmed in 2006, while the stewardship culture was adopted from the two scales proposed by Zara et al. In 2008. The Cronbach's alpha of the instrument was at 0.902, which is above the usual 0.70 threshold, indicating high reliability. Data were then analyzed using descriptive and inferential statistics. For the results and discussion, the regression analysis requires certain assumptions to be met to ensure the robustness of results. The Shapiro-Wilk test indicated a normal model, while the misspecification test showed that no single predictor was left out in the model. Further, the Darwin-Watson revealed that the model did not have first-order autocorrelation problem, and the variance inflation factor values were along the acceptable 1 to 4 values, indicating that there is no multicollinearity between the explanatory variables. The results of the regression analysis indicated that the main predictors, stakeholders' engagement, government support, and earned income generation explained 64.9% of the variance, all other things held constant. Furthermore, it was found out that stakeholders' engagement, hypothesis 1, as well as government support, hypothesis 2, and earned income generation, hypothesis 3, significantly predicted SSI. However, leadership, or hypothesis 4, did not significantly predict SSI. Muralidharan and Pathak in 2019 argued that there's a little linkage between entrepreneurship and leadership research, which may possibly explain why leadership in this study did not predict the scale of social impact. In an earlier work, they also have found out that social entrepreneurial activities in environments where sustainability is low, there's a need to have a strong transformational leadership. It is important to note that the student social startups in this study operate less than a year, with a mean score of 0.742, implying that sustainability is really low. On the other hand, other studies have pointed out that significant relationship of leadership on social entrepreneurship and social value. Using the radical RBV lens, stakeholders' engagement, government support, and earned income generation as resources should enhance the social startup stakeholders' overall well-being, especially their adopted communities. The exploitation of these resources enable the startups to deliver value and address social problems. In this study, the social issues that these startups aim to address include employment opportunities at 62.4%, environmental issues at 14.4%, women empowerment, specifically additional income opportunities is 9.6%, and among other issues, 13.6%, such as preservation of cultural heritage, green consumption, and out of school youth income opportunities. These social responsibility issues may be addressed through startups. Many universities have set up technology business incubators to promote startups within their backyards. In this study, the most important resource and ability to amplify social impact among student social startups is stakeholder engagement, which is quite evident. The second ability, earned income generation, is quite evident as well, while the last important resource is government support, which is moderately evident. Now, this implies that to intensify the startup social impact, they need to maximize their abilities to communicate and engage their stakeholders and generate more revenue sources to become self reliant to effectively manage their operations and contribute to the well being of their stakeholders. Moreover, startups should take advantage of available government programs and services such as financial and technical assistance to increase their social impact. Some of these programs and services can be availed inside the university through technology business incubators, state of the art laboratories, negosyo center, and a diverse knowledge and expert network. One of the objectives of this study is to analyze the moderating effect of stewardship culture. The moderated regression analysis, following the works of Barron and Kenny, indicated that among the significant resources and abilities to scale impact, stewardship culture moderated the relationship between stakeholder engagement and scale of social impact. Results showed that stakeholder engagement has a positive effect on SSI. Similarly, stewardship culture has also a positive effect on SSI. And since the interaction indicated a positive effect, it implies that stewardship culture enhanced the effect of stakeholder engagement towards social impact. However, when compared with other predictors such as government support, earned income generation, and leadership, stewardship culture failed to elicit moderated relationship. For the conclusion, using the radical RBV lens, this paper explored the link between resources and capabilities, particularly stakeholder engagement, government support, earned income generation, and leadership of student social startups towards social impact and the moderating effect of stewardship culture. Majority of the social responsibility issues identified in the study were employment opportunities, followed by environmental issues and women empowerment, which may be addressed to student startups at the university level. Given that stakeholder engagement is proven to be the most important ability to amplify social impact, it is recommended that student startups should maximize this important resource to rally more stakeholders and engage them to bring social change they have aspired as part of their ethical commitment. On the other hand, this study offers practical implications to government agencies and university offices alike to target and strengthen their programs and services catering to their clients, including students. They need to streamline the process and requirements to increase student patronage. Target promotion of the student related programs and services is also an important way of extending them towards student startups. And to capture the impact and ensure in depth analysis of the identified capabilities, future studies should investigate mature social startups using a longitudinal approach with a control group for comparison and for better results. Future studies should also refine the leadership variable attuned to social entrepreneurship, such as creative leadership or transformational leadership. Now that ends my presentation. Thank you very much for listening.